ladies and gentlemen, we are here in Charlotte, North Carolina at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It is the Friday show of the World Finals. We're just getting ready to get things underway. Obviously the sun's still out, but we have a lot of cars here in the pit area, so we have a lot of action to roll through. Tonight we're gonna be rolling off from 9th in our heat race with the World of Outlaws. We qualified 17th in our flight on Wednesday. That's what's setting us up for today. We don't have any hot laps. We just roll right into the heat race program. And here's just a full look at the dirt track. This place is incredible. It's got that red clay that's, normal for this area. It gets really dusty. It's probably one of the dirtier tracks, and we have a lot of cars in the pit area. We have the 410s, the big blocks, and the late models, so we have a lot of on-track action coming up, and we're gonna bring you guys along for every step of it as we continue to build with the Buch Motorsports team and the 13 car. So looking forward to strapping in that. We're gonna be firing up cars in a little bit. So it's gotten a little darker. We fired up engines, just watching on Dirt Vision here as the other classes go. We're getting ready to roll into our heat race. As I mentioned, we start 9th. This looks like this could be the first 5 rows of an A main event this heat race. So we're gonna go make the most of it, try to fire off good. The racetrack's still pretty fast, so the start's just, that's what you can do, is just get a good start and let everything take over from there, and starting 5th row inside, so we're strapping in. Well, I told you guys we were in a tough heat race there. Just hard to get rolling from row 5. No excuses, just working on being better. And once you're behind these guys, that's the most difficult challenge of this entire game. Fired off in my goal. Actually, I wanted to go to the bottom, but just where the cars in front of me kind of drifted on the start, I was going to try to get to the top just to try to get momentum built up. Just wasn't able to feel exactly what I wanted to feel and get moving fast enough. I mean, the guys raced in front of me. There was one opportunity maybe where I could have slid kind of to try to get 9th, but I just didn't feel like I was stuck enough when I pulled off the top. Just felt super reliant on the cushion and the grip that's up there. So we're gonna make changes to the car here, get ready for the C main event. Again, I told you guys it's just a challenge, so working on taking that challenge on and just trying to make better laps all night long. But Charlotte's extremely fast right now, and the main way to pass is just to be able to get those sliders in. You almost gotta commit, get by a guy, and then either play defense or get back to the top, let him slide you, and then it's just a game of that. But not really anyone working the inside. Maybe later in the night that'll come into be, but right now the top is definitely the fastest way to go, and you can just hold your foot to the floor. So quite a pace out there, and once we kind of spread out and ran lap after lap after lap, I could feel my race car the final few, and again just noticed that we needed to be a little bit more stuck into the surface and be able to move around more than just being on top of the cushion. man, it's just, you know, as a competitor, like I said, this stuff's tough. We went forward in the C. I don't know, we were fighting for third there at the end, so we would have been two spots out. You know, I don't know. I don't think we got that spot at the line, but we were just kind of getting ready to fight for it. Charlotte's just so tough. And then also too, like, I lost the spot on the start. Like, I thought I got a good start, but the Outlaws, they're not as strict as, like, High Limit made a rule where you can't pass before the cone, where Outlaws is kind of a free-for-all. So I'd have to watch it back, where at the end of the day, you gotta take advantage of the rules. But I honestly thought, like, okay, I kind of timed my start, and then all of a sudden I got passed from the car behind me, and like I said, all of a sudden, you know, you basically lose a road, you know, in that sense. So that kind of sucked. But anyway, we got rolling, and then got to the top, and everyone kind of just got in line and peeled off on the last lap to try to get third. At least I just wanted to see how my car felt driving across. We made some good positive adjustments, I thought, just to feel in the racetrack again. It just felt like maybe, you know, we just had some wheel spin, and cars just kind of, you know, under excessive acceleration were kind of stood up, you know, or the back of the car is just kind of standing up and it's not driving into the surface. And here it's just key to have your car level and rolling around and, you know, make mile an hour so your wings are working and, you know, you're using every bit of the engine. So yeah, I just, you obviously want to have a better showing, but obviously, again, as we talked about, qualifying is key, and that's where you always have to go back to. But we made some positive adjustments there, and that's a win to make our car better, and now we just have one more final night tomorrow. I just wrapped up the A-main event. This place was as wide as can be. It's actually got a pretty decent cushion, almost looks like Tulare on exit. You can see it just really built up almost to the wall at a 45-degree angle. And then it almost started to get abrasive with us running after the late models and stuff like that. Guys were, you know, Donnie, he looked really good in the middle. Gravel won the race off of turn 4. I'm assuming it was rubber down there or getting abrasive. So yeah, just trying to watch and see, and like I've said it, we've talked about it all weekend, man. I'm not, obviously results-wise, I'm not happy about how things have went, but I am happy that I'm here. I've got to race with this team. We're getting these races under our belt before we compete for a whole season. It's just really important to keep the mindset, and the mindset that the entire team has. I can appreciate, you know, like I said, no one wants to come down here and be in a C-main, be in a B-main event. Again, like, it's nothing to do with our race trim. I mean, you're seeing guys are coming through the A-main event. Like, if you get ripping really good, you get in the right spot, like, you can pass cars. But that's A-main event time when the track widens out, and the heat races is even tougher. And so that's where, you know, again, for us, like, to be, you know, goes back to qualifying. It just goes back to our Wednesday night. Like, you put us on the front row of a heat race or put us on even row 2, obviously I think our results look drastically different. Just like even if you put some of the fastest guys starting 8th, starting 9th in a heat race, it's not like they're just gonna drive right to the front. So yeah, anyway, remember, give it time. Rome wasn't built in a day. We're just taking this weekend in, and I'm grateful to be here and just really trying to work on, like I said, all the little things behind the wheel and being in a new race car. And again, I feel like I got a great team behind me with Buch Motorsports. It's been good just to get to spend this time with them. In Charlotte, it's pretty wild place. It's just so fast, so fast. So yeah, I mean, I think it's also a place that I need to do my homework in the sense of just figure out, you know, what I can do to be a little bit better here. You know, this is my second trip here, and I haven't really had a great night yet. You know, always been kind of behind the 8 ball, so just trying to figure out how to get ahead of that 8 ball and be set up and just be making a little bit more speed. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. I love having your guys' support, and I'm telling you, we got big things ahead. We got great things ahead. We got a lot of hard work ahead, and we're just gonna, you know, put in the time and put in the effort and make it happen, and come back tomorrow, try to get in a feature and salvage our weekend a little bit. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I'm excited to bring you along for our journey in the sport as we continue to try to get closer and closer. You know, now we're racing with all the best guys in the world and trying to be one of them. So appreciate it, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Deuces.